Welcome back to my channel. The coin spot today is best top 4 coins 1. You want to miss we're diving into the world of United States coins, please don't skip this video, so let's get it started. Top 1, the 1968.
Liberty Washington quarter dollar.
Including mintage data, features, and collector-related insights, structured in about 30 clear, concise paragraphs to give you the most complete understanding of this coin. Introduction to the 1968 quarter. The 1968 Washington quarter is a U.S. coin with a face value of 25 cents. It features the image of George Washington and was minted during a transitional period in American coinage following the removal of silver obverse. Design: the obverse front of the coin displays a portrait of George Washington, facing left. Designed by John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Reverse design: the reverse back features a heraldic eagle with outspread wings perched on a bundle of arrows, with olive branches beneath. Also by John Flanagan. Metal composition by 1968. Quarters were composed of copper nickel clad, an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. This composition replaced the 90% silver version used until 1964 at the end of silver coinage. Act of 1965 ended the use of silver in quarters and dimes due to the rising cost of silver. The 1968 quarter contains no silver, despite the continuation of the same basic designments involved. There were 3 U.S. mints that struck quarters in 1968. Philadelphia, no mint mark. Denver D, and San Francisco S. Only proof coins were made in San Francisco, Philadelphia. Mint: the Philadelphia Mint did not include a mint mark on its coins in 1968. This practice changed in later years. Mintage: approximately 220,731,500 quarters. Denver Mint: the Denver Mint used a demint mark on the obverse of the coin, to the right of Washington's ponytail. Mintage: about 101,534,000 quarters. San Francisco Mint: the San Francisco Mint struck proof coins only for collectors. Marked with an S. Mintage: around 3,041,506 proof coins. Proof coins 1968S proof. Quarters were specially made for collectors with highly polished dies and planchets, resulting in mirror-like finishes. Condition and grading: coin collectors rate coins using a Sheldon scale from 1 poor to 70 perfect. Mint state MS coins are uncirculated, with MS 65 or higher considered high grade. Most valuable: 1968 quarters, the highest value. 1968 quarters are those in top condition, especially proof coins or MS 67 plus. Specimens with no wear and strong luster common versus rare. Most 1968 quarters in circulation today have little numismatic value beyond face value, unless an exceptional condition error coins. Some 1968 quarters are sought after for errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or wrong metal planchets. These are rare and valuable. Collectors often seek full strike, high-grade coins with no contact marks, known as full strike Washington quarters. Coin rolls and bags: 1968 quarters can still be found in circulated rolls, especially from banks. However, cherry-picking high-grade coins takes patience. Coin albums and sets: many collectors assemble complete Washington quarter sets, including the 1968 issues from All Mints Numismatic Marketing 2024. Certified 1968 quarter in MS67 or PR70. Condition can sell for $50, $500 plus, depending on market demand. Fake silver quarters: some 1968 quarters are silver-plated or counterfeit, often to trick buyers. Remember, genuine 1968 quarters do not contain silver. Weight and size: the coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and a reeded edge toning and eye appeal. Some collectors value 1968 quarters with natural rainbow toning from chemical reactions. Over decades, especially on proof coin storage and preservation, to preserve a 1968 quarter, use airtight holders, flips, or capsules to prevent tarnish, damage, or fingerprints. Auction highlights some top-tier auction houses' heritage. Stax Bowers have sold proof 1968 S quarters graded PR70 deep cameo for several $100 price trends over time. Prices have remained relatively stable for average-grade coins. But high-end pieces and errors continue to rise in value. Popular among beginners, the 1968 quarter is a great entry point for beginner collectors due to its affordability and wide availability. Historical context, minus 1968 America. 1968 was a turbulent year in U.S. history. MLK assassination, Vietnam War, protests. Coinage from this time captures a slice of national memory. Liberty and motto, the word liberty appears at the top of the obverse, a nod to American democratic ideals, along with In God We Trust. $quarter and United States of America. These appear on the reverse, the denomination and issuing country. Surrounding the majestic eagle full sets it complete. 1968 set includes 1968 Philadelphia. No mint mark 1968D Denver 1968's proof. Where to buy and sell. Buy sell 1968 quarters at local coin shops, online platforms, eBay, Etsy, MA shops, auction sites, heritage auctions, stacks, Bowers coin shows, or numismatic conventions. Top to the 1967 Liberty $quarter Washington quarter, with 30 detailed paragraphs covering design, minting, composition, collector value, and historical context. Introduction to the 1967 quarter. 1967 quarter series, introduced in 1932. The 1967 issue is historically significant. Due to ongoing changes in U.S. coinage during the 1960s, the Washington design, the coin features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, used continuously from 1932 until the 1998 series ended. Reverse imagery. The reverse displays a heraldic eagle with spread wings, clutching a bundle of arrows and framed by olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace. Mottos. The obverse includes the words, Liberty, above Washington's head, and In God We Trust, to the left. The reverse has the United States of America and E pluribus, unum, above the eagle face value and circulating. The quarter holds a face value of 25 cents and was heavily used in everyday transactions in the 1960s. Economy, composition, changes, and like. Earlier quarters, the 1967 issue was struck in copper-nickel clad, containing no silver. It has an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel over a pure copper core weight, and diameter weight, 5.67 grams diameter, 24.3 a medj. Red addend of silver coinage following the coinage. Act of 1965. Quarters from 1965 onward contain no silver. 1967 was part of the first few years of fully clad coinage. No mint marks in 1967 to discourage hoarding. The U.S. Mint eliminated mint marks on all coins from 1965 to 1967. As a result, all 1967 quarters lack mint marks, regardless of where they is. Were made the Coinage Act of 1965. This act was passed to combat a national coin shortage. It authorized clad coinage and removed mint marks temporarily to reduce speculation. Mints used in 1967. Quarters were struck at Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, however. All coins were identical, with no mint mark to indicate the origin. Total mintage. The U.S. Mint struck a massive number of 1967 quarters. Over 1.5 billion coins were produced to meet circulation demand. Specific mintage estimate approximately 524,031,848 quarters were minted in 1967, making it one of the most common dates of the Washington Quarter Series. 1967 special mint sets, SMS instead of proof sets. The Mint produced special mint sets, SMS, from 1965 to 1967. Including the 1967 quarter with a higher quality finish, SMS. Quarter finish. These coins have a satiny or semi-proof-like surface, not full-proof, but better struck than standard circulation coins. UNS Mint location. All SMS coins were struck at the San Francisco Mint, but they still lacked a mint mark identifying SMS quarters. You can identify a 1967 SMS quarter by its sharp details, smooth luster, an absence of bag marks typical of circulation coins. Collector demand, though common in circulation. High-grade SMS. Quarters and error coins are sought after by collectors. Grading SMS coin. Stop grade 1967 SMS quarters, SP67, SP69, or SP70 with deep cameo DCAM. Contrast between the frosted devices and mirror fields are worth significantly more recoinsum. 1967 quarters are known with errors, such as double die of Versio Fenner strikes clipped planchettes. These errors are rare and valuable circulated coin value in worn condition. 1967 quarters are worth face value to 5, as they are very common and contain no silver in circulated coin. Value in uncirculated 1967 quarter may sell for $1 to $10 depending on grade. SMS coins can range from $5 to $50 plus, especially with cameo finishes auction. Highlights certified SMS coins graded SP67 deep. Cameo or higher have sold for $100. $500 at major auctions. Coin albums collectors include the 1967 quarter and Washington quarter folders and SMS sets. It's an essential piece for 20th century U.S. coin collections storage tips used to buy 2 holders. Airtight capsules or archival pages to store your quarters and protect them from tarnish and wear. Historical context, minus 1967 America. The U.S. in 1967 was amid the Vietnam War, civil rights movements, and Cultural Revolution. The coins of this era reflect a nation in change public hoarding and the coin shortage due to the removal of silver. Many people hoarded pre-1965 silver coins, leading to high production volumes of clad coins like the 1967 quarter. Not silver-plated. Some companies or scams attempt to plate clad 1967 quarters in silver. These are not official and hold little or no collector value. Popular with beginners, the 1967 quarter is a great way to start coin collecting due to its availability and inclusion in historical sets like the SMS. Top 3: the 1966 Liberty quarter, dollar Washington quarter, structured into 30 detailed paragraphs. It covers design, mintage, materials, historical context, collector value, and much more. NTRODUCTION to the 1966 quarter, the 1966 quarter dollar, featuring the image of George Washington, is part of the long-running Washington quarter series that began in 1932. It's a transitional era coin, struck during a time of major monetary reform in the U. The Washington design, the obverse front, the coin displays a left-facing bust of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. It was introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Reverse imagery. The reverse shows a heraldic eagle wings spread, perched on a bundle of arrows with 2 olive branches below, symbolizing military readiness, and peace key inscriptions. Obverse, Liberty at the top, In God We Trust at lower left. Date, 1966. At the bottom, reverse colon, United States of America. Above, E pluribus unum, below that. Quarter dollar at the bottom, Monge metal composition, by 1966. Quarters were made with a copper-nickel clad composition, outer layer, 75% copper, 25% nickel core, pure copper, no silver was used in 1966. Quarters silver elimination background. Before 1965, U.S. quarters contained 90% silver. Due to rising silver prices and hoarding, the Coinage Act of 1965 eliminated silver from quarters starting that year. Mint marks, omitted from 1965 through 1967. The U.S. Mint suspended mint marks to discourage coin hoarding and speculation, so all 1966 quarters lack a mint mark. Regardless of the mint that struck them, mints involved, 1966 quarters were produced at Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, San Francisco Mint. However, the coins are indistinguishable from each other due to the lack of mint marks. Total mintage over 821 million. Washington quarters were struck in 1966 to replenish coin circulation during the post-silver transition. Exact mintage. Official mintage for 1966 Washington quarters, 821,101,500 coins, making it one of the highest mintages up to that point. Special mint sets SMS, because no proof sets were made from 1965 to 1967. The Mint instead released special mint sets SMS, including the 1966 quarter. What is an SMS quarter? An SMS 1966 quarter has a higher quality strike and surface than normal coins, but it's not quite as mirror-like as a traditional proof coin. These were only sold to collectors. .SMS, packaging SMS quarters were sold as part of 5-coin special mint sets, sealed in hard plastic holders. These sets were issued by the San Francisco Mint. SMS surface types. Some 1966 SMS quarters display cameo or deep cameo contrast, with frosted design elements and mirror-like fields. Highly prized by collectors. MB grading and value circulated 1966 quarters are worth face value. Uncirculated examples, MS65 Plus and SMS quarters SP65 SP70 can be worth $5 to $250 plus, depending on grade and eye appeal error coins error. Varieties from 1966 include double D soft center strikes clipped. Planchettes. These errors are rare but valuable, often worth $50 to $300 plus, depending on severity, weight, and diameter. Weight: 5.67 grams diameter, 24.3 image, readed 118 reads historical. Context: -1966 in America. The U.S. was deep into the Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement, and rapid cultural change. Coins from this era reflect a period of economic and social upheaval. Why no mint marks? Removing mint marks from 1965 to 1967 helped reduce coin hoarding by making it impossible to distinguish coins by mint, part of a national strategy to end the coin shortage. Numismatic demand. Because of its high mintage and lack of silver, the 1966 quarter is not rare, but high-grade SMS or error examples attract collector interest. Common mistakes: some believe 1966 quarters contain silver. This is false. Noah's quarters minted for circulation in 1966 have silver content. Silver plated. Fake. Some aftermarket companies plated 1966 quarters in silver for novelty or jewelry purposes. These have no numismatic premium. Full strike and eye appeal coins with strong strikes, no wear, and good luster, called full strike, are valued more highly. SMS coins with deep cameo surfaces are the most collectible investment value, while most 1966 quarters are only worth face value. Certified SMS quarters in SP68 or SP69 grade, especially deep cameo, can sell for hundreds of dollars. Storage and preservation to maintain value. Store in non-PVC holders. Use airtight capsules. Avoid direct handling. Fingerprints can degrade. Uncirculated coins. Marketplaces to buy or sell. Bay. At Sea Heritage Auctions. Great collections. Local coin shops. Coins shows collector set. 1966 quarters, part of Washington Quarter Series 1932 to 1998 special mint sets. 1965, 1967 U.S. type sets. Non-silver era price range. Summary: circulated, 25 cents face value. Uncirculated, Ms. 65, $2. Top for the 1965 Liberty quarter. Washington quarter, including its design, composition, historical context, minting process, collector value, and much more. This will give you the full history and significance of the 1965 quarter. Introduction to the 1965 quarter. The 1965 Washington quarter is a key date in American numismatics. It marks the first year quarters were made entirely without silver and shifted to a new copper-nickel-clad composition. Washington Quarter Series. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's. It became a permanent circulating coin designer, John Flanagan. The design was created by John Flanagan, an American sculptor. His portrait of Washington is based on a bust by Jean-Antoine Udanga. Verse. Design: the front of verse features George Washington facing left, de liberty, above his heading God We Trust, to the left. The year 1965 Bellow reverse. Design: the back reverse displays a bald eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches below. UNIT States of America pluribus. Unam quarter. DOLAR. Composition change in 1965. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. In 1965, the U.S. Mint replaced this with a clad composition due to silver shortage as copper-nickel. Clad structure, the 1965 quarter, has outer layers, 75% copper, 25% nickel core. Pure copper, this sandwich metal structure replaced silver coinage. Permanently weight and size diameter, 24.3 m weight, 5.67 grams. Readed 119 reads. There is no silver content in 1965 Quarters Coinage Act of 1965. This law removed silver from dimes and quarters and authorized the new clad composition to prevent coin hoarding and ease the national coin shortage. No mint marks in 1965 to discourage hoarding. Mint marks were removed from all coins between 1965 and 1967. Therefore, all 1965 quarters lack a mint mark, regardless of where they were made. Mint locations, even though there are no mint marks. 1965 quarters were struck at Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. Total mintage, massive 1,819,717,540. 1965 quarters were minted to restore coin circulation, making it one of the highest quarter mintages ever at that time transition year because of the composition change. 1965 is seen as a transition year in American coinage, moving from silver to base metal. Coin silver planchet errors. Some 1965 quarters were mistakenly struck on 90%. Silver planchets left over from 1964. These rare transitional errors are highly valuable. How to identify silver errors. Real 1965 silver quarter weighs 6.25 grams, not 5.67 grams, has a solid silver edge, no copper strip. Has a ringing sound when dropped. These are worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. Special mint sets, SMS, from 1965, 1967. The U.S. Mint did not produce proof sets, but sold special mint sets SMS to collectors. The 1965 SMS quarter is a higher quality strike than regular circulation coins. SMS finish and quality. The SMS 1965 quarter has sharper details, smooth satin finish, no mirror-like proof surface. Some SMS coins have cameo or deep cameo contrast, making them more desirable. Less missized mintage. Roughly 2.36 million SMS sets were produced in 1965. These coins were struck in San Francisco. But again, no mint mark appears on them. Circulated coin. Value atypical, 1965 quarter found in circulation today, 25 cents. Unless it has an error or is in high, uncirculated grade. Uncirculated, 1965 quarters in MS65 or higher condition can be worth $2 to $20. SMS quarters graded SP67 or deep cameo can reach $50, $300, plus rare high-grade SMSA. 1965 SMS quarter graded SP68. Deep cameo by PCGS or NGC can fetch over $1,000 at auction due to rarity and visual appeal. Common errors. 1965. Quarter errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchette, double die struck on silver planchettes. Invest value. Most 1965 quarters have low investment potential, but silver planchette errors and SP68's SMS coins have performed well in auctions. Hoarding and mistrusting. The mid-1960s. Many Americans hoarded silver coins and were suspicious of the new clad coins. This created a rush to collect older 90% silver quarter storage tips to protect higher grade or error. 1965. Use 2x2 holders or coin capsules. Void handling with bare hands. Store in cool, dry environments. Silver quarter confusion. Many people confuse 1965 quarters as silver. Genuine 1965 quarters struck for circulation do not contain silver, unless it's a rare, error grading terminology. EMZ equals mint state, uncirculated SP equals special strike for SMS coins. DCAM equals deep CA. MEOFSB equals full strike or banned for some series. Historical context 2. 1965. American 1965. The U.S. was involved in the Vietnam War, passed Medicare, and was influenced by the Civil Rights Movement. This coin circulated during a transformative time where to buy or sell 1965 quarters through baby. Etsy, Amazon Heritage Auctions coin shows, and local coin shops SpeciGs. Totified dealer's summary: the 1965 Washington quarter is important for being the first clad quarter issued in the post-silver era. While common in circulation, high-grade SMS coins and silver planchet errors hold strong value among collectors. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.